Hey folks, welcome. It's Meredith. I have a different kind of video for you today. So I've got a friend who lives quite a distance from me, and we have coffee together every morning over FaceTime, and we get into some seriously interesting conversations. So that happened this morning. It's Friday the 3rd of June, and we have a long history of doing audio recordings of some of the topics that we talk about because we know that we're going to pull some gem out of it for ourselves and we want something to refer back to. And anyway, what got this started was another friend of mine suggested I watch a reader on YouTube. So that channel is called San, S-A-N, Tarot. And San recently put up 2 collective readings. And those 2 collective readings have sparked some interesting conversations. So anyway, Janet and I, having coffee this morning, we decided that we were going to use the card decks that were in the reading on San Tarot. So I mixed them together and we did our own reading, kind of based on that topic. We also decided we should probably record this for ourselves because, yeah, we're going to find a gem in there. And then we thought, you know, if it's decent enough, we'll put it up on YouTube. So here we are. I'm putting it up here on YouTube. It's really just Janet and I having coffee together over FaceTime and pulling cards. She's got a deck of her own. She pulled some cards herself. I'll put those in the video somewhere, and I will link San's readings, the 2 collective messages, to the end of the video so that you all have a reference point and can draw your own conclusions. So anyway, have fun with this. It's really just 2 besties yakking it up over cards, but there may be a gem in there for each and every one of us. So we are offering it to you. Stay tuned. So what are we going to focus on? Like, how do we...
It feels like there's a message that wants to come through to support us in whatever is happening on the planet so that we stay aligned to our purpose.
Okay.
And are supported at the same time.
Jeez Louise. Okay. Well, let's start with what is falling out. I don't even think I had to focus too much.
They're jumping out.
They are. Yeah, and they're falling out in clumps too. And right side up for the most part, which is unusual. Anyway. Ooh. Okay, so the first card is a father call. Bold step forward. That's interesting too because what I was telling you about the reading with that woman, San, she had said in her reading that we've all reached a point and you can't go any further. You don't even know what the next step is. There's no path. There's no guidance. There's just
unfoldment.
Exactly. So the first card that comes out is a father call. Bold step forward. Here's the...
A farther call.
A farther. Not your father. Okay. And coming with it is, oh, this was in her reading too, the wall, obstacles. So, you know, she had said, like, we've come up against a wall. And until other energy works its way I don't know, through, out,
in,
yeah, in, that we're not going anywhere though. So the first card is more like we're ready for the bold step forward. And now, I don't know. She had talked about how there's no more guidance. There's no more looking for guidance. But in my daily readings, that's one of the messages. It's like one of the only thing that's consistently coming out is paying attention to our inner guidance. Maybe it's more pay less attention to this perception of an outer guidance and more of...
That makes perfect sense.
Okay. So the next one is in the hand. The universe is your partner. How perfect is that really? So if you come up against an obstacle, lots of people can't see the way forward. It's like one of the main things I hear.
Yeah.
It's one of the main things I think about.
I've heard, I can't remember who was talking about that. It might have been Lee Harris. That the only way through is being in the moment. Those are my words. And the only guidance, it's like we can't look for guidance. It's in us. We are the guidance.
We are it. You know, in the daily readings, I'm seeing a lot of the High Priestess, the Hierophant. There's a lot of Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine pairing up in the readings lately. I don't know if you've watched any of them, but it's there a lot. And I keep coming back over and over to self-relationship. And how many of us don't have that? There's this drive to always look out and not in. So I'm looking at this in the hand card. You have this in your own hands. All right, let's see what's next. Another block of 3 fell out. The first is horned cactus, resourcefulness. Do you see a pattern developing here? I do.
Yeah.
Then that comes with Fool's Embrace. Transmuting pain. Ooh.
Wow.
I like this. You got to get resourceful when it comes to your emotional pain. And most people are living with some kind of emotional pain. And I think that that's the wall, perhaps, in the reading here.
The wall, I think, is the conception and the overall tendency of humanity is to look outside.
Yeah, and then even at the suggestion of like one little obstacle, which could be a feeling, which is so temporary. We stand still.
It's just something, pain or whatever, leaving the body. No one can help you with that. You have to get used to transmuting your own
pain. Physical, mental, emotional, all of it. It takes a lot of presence. Next one is Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom. This is kind of cool. Look at the artwork. So in that reading...
That's nice.
Yeah. In that reading that I sent you, the reader keeps talking about reaching a point, reaching a pinnacle. I think she starts her reading saying you've reached a pinnacle and you can't go any further. So that's here too. Like, you can't go any further until you transmute this and stop looking beyond yourself.
The gift is in the present moment and inside your pain. And the only one that can do that for you is you.
Mm-hmm.
So if we delve into our own experience and allow ourselves to feel what's coming up, we can transmute that and find our way and our gifts.
I wonder if that's why so many of the readings are about listening to your inner wisdom, like really identifying what your gift is. So much of that gets dismissed in, oh, it was a coincidence, oh, it was a happy accident, oh, you know, but it isn't. I really think it's our divinity talking. And it's
through our presence.
Through our presence, but, you know, that might be this pinnacle thing that this other reader was talking about, and that's what fascinated me, like the idea that we can't go any further until we address this. Otherwise, it's going to be like a tape loop, isn't it? Over and over, like just repetition. So that's the wall. Okay, the next card is Garden of Venus, Rest and Renewal. It's a pretty one, huh?
Nice.
Yeah.
Are they butterflies on there?
Actually, hummingbirds.
Joy.
Your little favorites. And I think there's a heart. Look at this. There's a heart hanging at the top. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, there's the self-love card. So who expects to see the Garden of Venus at a pinnacle? Like, where is it here? There's two of them, I think. So this one. And I think sort of this one, the farther call. You know, you're coming, yeah, there we go. You're coming out of or going into a cave. I think we're walking toward the light there. And I think that the Garden of Venus is there in the light.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So you meet the wall there. You can't go any further. The answers are in your hand. So you've got the in the hand card. And then we have this resourcefulness.
And the answers are in your heart.
They're in your heart. Yeah.
I just watched a really nice video of a torch being lit in England at the Tor, which is the heart chakra.
Yep. Isn't that
of the planet?
I thought that was in Wales, but no. That's cool. You know, last night I was shuffling cards for myself, and the Ace of Wands kept falling out of the deck. And I kept stuffing it back in for some reason rather than keeping it. But finally what I heard was, you're carrying your own torch. Which, I don't know, it kind of goes with this in the hand card for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see what's next. We have flow. There's a good message. Flow in the rest and relaxation. That's kind of cool, because really what I'm getting out of that is that we're always so busy trying to do something to bring comfort as we look outside ourselves for what?
We can't force anything. We just have to be in the flow.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the moon. This is another card that was in her reading. And I think this is the card that had her talking some about illusion. So she had the coyote. She was talking about the coyote as, you know, the trickster in the great illusion. And her conversation out of the cards was that I hope I capture this right. You're going to have to watch those videos. But basically, everything that we know is a creation of the trickster, the coyote, and a great illusion. And it's like the moon is showing us the illusion too.
I think the illusion and the trickster is what she was talking about in the Antichrist.
Mm-hmm. All right, next too, we have the rainbow. Nice. And then we have magic. Those two came together. Moon, rainbow, magic. It's just going to start to repeat itself, I think, because we're the magic, we're the flow, we're
the rainbow.
We're the rainbow. We're the full spectrum. All right. Then we have lost compass. Getting back to integrity. That's cool.
Not throwing yourself away.
Yep. That's another one too. Oh, now we have magician's sword. Confidence in your magic. Wow. So we have magic. Then we have getting back to integrity and confidence in your magic. This is pretty neat because it's aligning nicely with her reading. It's almost like, while in her reading, there was the conversation about you can't see the way forward. There is no more path. There is no looking out beyond yourself for guidance. You are the guidance. You are the path.
The answers are in the flow.
They're in the flow. They're in you. And to allow that flow is more fulfilling than looking outside of yourself for anything. Go ahead. What?
The answers are found as not ahead of time, but as things unfold.
As the now moments unfold. And then they ripple into the oncoming, the becoming. So maybe this is more about the flow of the magical now and the oncoming. I see a lot of the King of Pentacles in the readings too. And he's extremely present, really abundant, always looking like he's at ease on almost any card you see him on. And he's completely in his soulful presence, like super chill.
Anchored.
He's totally anchored. And he doesn't represent for me any kind of anxiety whatsoever about what comes next. I'm not even sure that he would think about what comes next because he has such trust and total flow with his magic of creation.
It's a matter of just being and enjoying your life and stop trying to get ahead of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I want to pull a rune.
Cool, do it. Let's do it. Which deck are you using?
The Celestial
one?
Origin.
Okay, cool.
The key is deep appreciation.
That's a great one. That's one of my favorites in your deck.
Is it?
Yeah. I like the keyhole in the heart. This is neat because deep appreciation, we have the seer and we have the sun. So this would be like really seeing, let's pull the moon out.
Illuminated.
Illuminated, yeah. So the moon is revealing whatever the illusion has been. You know? And the seer, this is the inner wisdom. This isn't guidance. The seer is inner wisdom, listening to, excuse me, your voice. And then the sun is brilliant clarity. I also feel it's transformation because the sun can burn.
The sun just came out.
I noticed. The whole screen just lit up. So deep appreciation would go nicely with the Garden of Venus.
I think it's the doorway, the key to getting there, of being in deep gratitude and appreciation. That's the only thing. We don't need to do anything. We need to be in that state.
Perfect, because the next card is mindful. And its message
That's
is...
how you stay in the moment.
Yep, and it's groupthink. So collectively speaking, that's likely the shift that we're sensing. The groupthink, the collective energy is turning much more to consideration of their personal fulfillment, and it's not outside. You know, we're pulled all the time by...
On purpose.
Yeah. Radio, TV, Facebook, Instagram, all that noise.
It brings, when people look within, it brings attention to source, because that's what is within us. And if the more numbers we have of people who are connected to themselves, brings the power of source or love into as the dominating energy.
Yeah, I think the scales are tipping that way, and we're seeing it clearly. And I think the next card is Earth, so groupthink and Earth. So this is a great collective message.
Yeah, that's really good.
Isn't it? Like, how do you know what you know? That's a conversation I've had recently with a couple of people. I've been asked, how do I know what I know? How did
Is it coming from programming, or is it you? Is it your inner truth?
Right.
Which could be different from someone else.
Way different.
That's what it makes it so hard or risky. Not even the right word. Everybody's truth is their truth.
Mm.
And what's your truth might be, whatever your truth is, might not be what my truth is, and it doesn't make either one of us
wrong.
Incorrect.
Right, yeah. You know, and there's another message that keeps coming out of the readings too, to be your authentic self and not watered down, and like in this collective, I want to say previous group think. Everybody's got to be nice. Everybody's got to be kind. You got to behave a certain way. And I'm at a point of F that.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. What do you got?
Heart-centered awareness.
You pulled 2 hearts out of the deck so far.
Deep appreciation and heart-centered awareness.
Yeah, that's the only way onward. I like this idea of meeting, you know, coming to a point in the journey and meeting the wall. You could stand there and struggle all friggin' day.
And be resentful.
Yep. And think of all the things that aren't working. Or all the, this is what I don't have. So deep appreciation and heart-centered awareness are really...
all you need.
Yeah. And it's an invisible path. It's not something you can see outside of you. It's in.
It's the way.
So that's where the seer and the sun come out in the reading. And I think that's what creates the new earth energy. I know this is just called earth, but when I looked at it, I saw new earth. But I also see ancient earth. So whatever,
True earth.
Yeah, true earth, whatever we've been talked out of by distraction, programming, all that BS. It's quite an undertaking to let that go because it's so addictive.
You're not going to believe what I just pulled.
What'd you get? Joy.
Another heart.
Another heart and joy. What was it you were telling me? This is weeks ago. And I shared it too on the channel. But it was joy is... something about joy being true, happiness, and the pursuit of happiness wasn't really happiness. Do you remember this?
No.
Ah, crumb.
I said it.
You did. You probably have it written down in your notebook from weeks ago. All right. Oh.
I'll look.
Oh, neat. Look at this, Janet.
Another heart.
Another heart, and it's beloved.
Wow.
You are your own beloved. I talk about that all the time. Then we have, this is so cool, Tree of Life. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's beautiful. It reminds me of a goddess.
Yep. And we...
I had the words, I am my own miracle. That is connected to all this.
I think so too. That's why we've got the magic and then confidence in your own magic. Huh. I'm seeing some crossover stuff here from these cards to the ones in that ladies reading. We have the Heart of Sky.
Another heart.
Another heart. And hold on a second. It doesn't look like she has any color to her eyes. Does it? Do you see that?
Her eyes are, I can see very light colored iris.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, maybe a little. Not sure about that card right now.
It's almost the color of your shirt.
And then we have the Vision Quest. That's a neat combination.
That's the pathway forward is the pathway in. It's your vision quest.
Yeah.
The vision quest is taken alone.
I think in that reading, there was a Sweat Lodge card. So that's similar here too. This is the crossover I'm starting to see. And she had this card too, the Time Master. Like the time of the coyote has come to an end, and with that ending comes the, I think, lifting of the veil of illusion. And I also feel like that's what everybody's... The wall comes down because we're all in this beloved energy. We, like your note, that you are your own miracle. We are our own magic. This vision quest is really about our soul's presence and journey. And I feel like the Time Master here is maybe the greatest distraction is time.
Because it pulls you out of the present moment.
Mm-hmm. And everybody's in a rush to get somewhere.
And time is an illusion.
Right. So that's another aspect of this illusion thing falling. I had a dream. Well, first of all, I had a dream about the reading that inspired all this anyway. And that I went to visit that reader at her house. And we became friends and we had a long conversation. But I also had a dream last night that there was a traffic jam in my little town, like this little four-way intersection. And all the cars are stuck there. And I got angry in the dream and I'm laying on the horn and...
Road rage.
Road rage. I don't have road rage, but people are yelling at me and like there was all kinds of swearing, and I got out of my vehicle and then I just walked home and left it in the street.
Yeah, you walked away from it all.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Away from the madness.
Mm-hmm. This last one is water. Water is intuition. And we're mostly water. Okay, let's see. What are the final thoughts on this whole, like, we've reached a pinnacle. We're at the wall. We know deep appreciation, self-love, gratitude is the way onward. We have illusion lifting, coyote coming to an end, no more trickery, no more bullshittery. You should pull another one.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, oh, it's on the floor. Jeez, girl. Oh, there's a bunch. Not a bunch. There's two on the floor.
Wow.
What'd you get?
You're not gonna believe it.
Yeah, I am. Hit me. I can't see the words.
Eternal light. Can't pick a better.
So living in the eternal light of your own gratitude and joy and deep appreciation. How do you tell people how to get there? Because these messages, like, we talk about this stuff all the time.
For years.
Yeah, and we, like, look at all the junk we've had to turn over in our own world to be this kind of happy.
We had to cultivate our awareness.
Two cards fell on the floor. Let's come back to that. We've got the eagle. That to me speaks of vision, sharp eye, keen eye.
And flying high above to have a broader perspective.
I pulled an oracle card the other day for one of the readings, and it was like a Pegasus flying over a labyrinth. So like you didn't have to go through all the twisty turny.
Right, you could see your way.
Yeah.
If you rise above it.
Right. And then the other one is, here's one of my favorites, Vanishing Mirror. You know how I feel about mirrors.
Arr.
Arr. Yeah. Oh, it says the message on that card is ego sublimation. What the heck is sublimation?
I know what subluxation is.
Yeah, so do I, but what is subliminal? That sounds like a derivative of subliminal. Vanishing mirror. Where's your Siri?
Right here. What is sublimation? Sublimation is the transition of a substance directly from the solid to the gas phase without passing through the intermediate liquid phase.
So do you think that that's making the perception of what's tangible, earthly? Is that like a transmutation of illusion right there, the ego illusion?
The process of transforming matter from a solid to a gas without the matter ever becoming a liquid.
So what are we, vaporizing the ego?
I'm not sure. Sublimation is a defense mechanism that involves channeling unwanted or unacceptable urges into an admissible or productive outlet. For example, a woman who recently went through, let me find it, a breakup may channel her emotions into a home improvement project, or a teen who has angry and violent urges may join his school's wrestling team. I guess
That's
rather
more
than acting it out, you find another outlet.
an outlet.
For it.
Vanishing mirror. This might become my favorite card. Because, look at this. It's like shattering the mirror. In sublimation. Oh, crumb. What happened?
We blew it out. It's a therapy thing.
I think that one's closer than the first, but I also feel like, you know, I can see the word sublime in this too. Oh, my screen's not right. There we go. Not everything is the same. Not everything is a mirror image. You can look in a mirror and you can find connections all day long. You can find...
But it could involve your programming.
You could. So maybe this is just yet another transmutation of illusion. Maybe you can't see your true self in the mirror. This is getting creepy. So I heard footsteps in your house over FaceTime. And now I just heard people talking in my living room. I just heard like a little sound bite. I don't know what they said, but...
I wonder what we're tapping into.
I don't know. I want to spend some time with this Vanishing Mirror card. I know that the mirror thing is all about You know, having a reflection of your own self in connection with others they show you. You know, so if I reflect on how much I love you as my friend, I'm really seeing a reflection of my own love for myself. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yet everybody is really unique. And that's the thing that always hangs me up with mirror. And I like that this mirror is vanishing. It's actually kind of blowing apart. So ego sublimation. Excuse me, where
rather than projecting onto another person your whatever is being reflected back at you that you don't like about yourself.
ooh, I didn't even go there with that yet.
You take responsibility.
And that's the transformation right there, is taking responsibility. Someone sent me a text yesterday and they were saying that they were in a meeting and someone in the meeting was like really annoying to them. Then she realized, oh wait, there's something familiar about that.
That person, it maybe is me.
Maybe it's me.
I don't like what I'm seeing.
No, those moments really suck. That's it. I know. That's it. You know, you got to take responsibility for that stuff.
And laugh about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 3 more cards. Then I think I'll stop with these. Maybe. We have the Eye of the Needle. Intentionality. I think this comes of taking responsibility. Because if you can't blame somebody else for being...
There's nowhere to go.
No. Okay, then this is cool because the next one is Caterpillar. And what do they do but transform?
Yeah.
They metamorphosize. So
And you can't help them.
No. No, because you'll hurt them.
It'll destroy them.
And then you have Dust Devil. Oh, cool. Moving out of stagnation. All right, so this one brings it all back to the whole point of us exploring this, and it was reaching that pinnacle in that other reading that I was talking to you about. So reaching a pinnacle, not being able to go forward, you have to metamorphosize, be in your integrity, be willing to shatter your own mirrors, take responsibility, stop looking outside for guidance at all. Allow yourself to hear your inner voice, use your magic, get confident with your magic, be your own miracle, and be willing to create your own dust devil while you stand there at the wall and stir that crap up so that you can... What? Live in... Go ahead.
This card is simplicity.
Yeah.
So you can just be your own point of awareness.
Yeah, this doesn't have to be complicated. It really comes with a simple choice.
To be love.
Right. So deep appreciation, gratitude, joy.
Your own eternal light.
Shining from your heart-centered awareness. I like it. What was that last one? It just like went right out of my head.
Simplicity.
Simplicity. That's funny.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it is. All right. Do we need to go any further? Is there more?
I don't think so.
We should do this more often. What did I just say to you? What's happening to me?
There really is only one message, and that is to be aware of yourself. And how much have we been talked out of?
Our magic.
For generations.
Times thousands of years. So we don't even know what we're capable of.
Right, because we're so distracted on purpose from our collective and individual power. And the only way we can rise above this wall is to come together, each of us in our sovereignty.
You know, I watched this happen the other day. A friend of mine stopped by and she has a 2-year-old. And her Mia is running all over the house, like just left, right, and center. No one could keep up with her. But I caught myself telling her to be careful. I must have said be careful like 6 times.
Like she's gonna purposely wreck herself.
Right. And I thought, what am I doing? I'm
teaching her to be afraid of herself.
Teaching her to be cautious and afraid. And I stopped right then and there when I realized, because honestly, what is going to happen to her in these 3 rooms right here? That is
anything could happen.
So terrible. Right. Exactly. I mean, she got her arm shut in a car door the other day by accident. So
she wasn't doing anything then.
Nope.
But just standing there.
Mm-hmm. And that's where it happens for all of us. It's the helicopter hovering parent of, be careful, don't get hurt. That's hot. That's, how are you going to learn?
Makes you neurotic.
It does. It is. And then, oh my gosh, we pick up that torch. Remember I said I was doing cards and I kept seeing the Ace of Wands. Of course, I'm taking that to the highest potential meaning that I'm lighting my own torch, which is awesome. But
you're also carrying an ancestral torch of programming.
Everything that's been handed to me, well-intentioned, though limiting.
The stories.
Yeah. Of course, Mia's running around here laughing her little heart out, happy as a lark.
And you're trying to suck her joy right out of her.
Damn it.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm. I caught it. I recognized it. It's because she wanted to get on the exercise ball. And, by comparison, her size to its size, she's a teeny little peanut. So I put her on there and I'm bouncing her on the ball and she's just peals of laughter. And then I thought, oh gosh, now if she tries to get on this thing by herself, there's a head wound waiting to happen.
Shot through a window.
Yeah. Stupid.
And be cut to ribbons.
Yeah. That's a great example, though. So that's the torch we pick up for ourselves. So that's one way to shatter the mirror. Stop doing it.
Shatter the illusions.
Shatter the illusions. Well, who sings that song? Shatter the illusions of love. Anyway, I think we're done now. Are we done?